Hi, this is Bill Watkins. Thanks for taking some time as we look at the Bible with Bill. We've been talking about the second coming of Christ now for a number of weeks. We talked about why he's coming, that the reward will take place, the earth is going to have an effect on the earth. In fact, today I really want to talk about what effect will the second coming of Christ have on the world. And I want to take you to 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 10 through 12 first. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens will pass away with a great noise. The word pass away means it's just done. And then the elements will melt with fervent heat. Both the earth and the works that are in it will be burned up. Therefore, since all these things will be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conduct and godliness, looking for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens will be dissolved, being on fire, and the elements will melt with fervent heat. I want you to listen to what he had to say again and look at it in some detail. There are those who say that what happens when the Lord comes again is that he just purifies the earth, and therefore that purified earth is where we're going to end up. But listen carefully to what he says here. The heavens will pass away with a great noise. The elements will melt with fervent heat. The earth and the works that are in it will be burned up. Now, the older translations of Scripture do not say burned up. They say exposed. And so the argument is that it will be revealed, but that's not the idea. The concept of exposure in the first century was that if you had a child that you didn't want, you would throw it out. And that was called exposure, where they would be exposed to the elements to either die or be picked up by slave traders. Exposing means that I don't want it and I throw it out. So the earth and the works that are in it will be exposed. How do I know that that's the meaning of this? Because of what he says in verse 11. Therefore, seeing all these things will be dissolved, which means to be let loose, to come apart. Everything just comes apart. Seeing that all these things will be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conduct and godliness? What is it that's going to be dissolved? The word is luo in the Greek. He says the heavens, the elements, the earth, and the works that are in it will all go down to their constituent parts. They will be taken apart down to their basic elements. They're going to be done. This earth and everything in it is going to be dissolved. All these things will be dissolved. And then he says the heavens will be dissolved, being on fire. The elements will melt with fervent heat. That's what's going to happen to the earth when the Lord comes again. Somebody says, I think the earth will remain. How about this one? Matthew chapter 24, verse 35. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will by no means pass away. In Genesis chapter 8, verse 22, God is telling what's going to happen next after the flood, but he also talks about the fact that there is a limited time for the earth to endure. Listen, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. In other words, that will be true only as long as the earth remains, but the earth will not remain for everywhere. Listen to Hebrews chapter 1, verses 10 through 12, where the writer is quoting Psalm 102, verses 25 through 27. And you, Lord, in the beginning laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the works of your hands. Now listen, they will perish, and you remain. They will become old as a garment, as a mantle you will roll them up. As a garment they will also be changed. But you are the same, and your years will not come to an end. He says, they will perish, heaven and earth, but you will remain. Well, what's the point of all of this? This earth is not going to have a kingdom set up on it, because this earth will not exist. We look forward to a new heavens and a new earth, according to 2 Peter 3, in which righteousness dwells. It's not this earth, And it's not these heavens that are around us now. Our universe, as we know it, will be gone, and we will be brought into a new universe. And that's what we're looking forward to. We'll talk more about that later on. Thanks for watching.